Soccer. At our campus at school, students are doing soccer for physical education, so we're going to have a soccer lesson. Soccer. Soccer is a team sport played with two different teams. The objective of the game is to try and kick the soccer ball into the other team's goal past their goalie. The goalie is the person whose job is to try and stop the ball from going into the goal. They are the only ones allowed to use their hands when the ball is on the field. All other players must use their feet during the game, unless the ball rolls off the field. Dribbling. Since soccer players are not allowed to use their hands, unless they are a goalie, they must move the ball with their feet. This is called dribbling. When soccer players dribble the ball, they like to keep it close to their feet so they can control the ball better. If an opponent comes to try and take the ball away, a soccer player can try to dribble around them or pass the ball to a teammate. If a soccer player is not dribbling carefully, he or she could end up having the ball stolen from them by the other team. So if we look at this picture over here, we can see the soccer player dribbling the ball. That player is keeping the ball close to their feet because if the ball ever rolled far away, the other team could take it from them. Passing. Soccer passing is when one player kicks the ball to another teammate. One reason why a teammate might pass the ball is if they are afraid the opponent might steal the ball from them. If they pass the ball to someone else, it is harder for the other team to steal the ball away. Another reason why a soccer player may pass the ball is to help their team try and score a goal. So if we look at this picture right here, we can see a man on the white team is looking to pass the ball to someone else on his team because there are friends on the red team who are trying to steal it from them, and he also may be trying to score a goal. Proper kicking. Whether a soccer player is trying to pass the ball or shoot it into the other team's goal, they have to make sure they are kicking with the correct parts of their foot so they don't get hurt. Many new soccer players may want to kick with their toe. This is not correct and can end up causing an injury. Since our toe bones are not very big, soccer players should not kick with their toes. Most soccer players like kicking with either the top of their foot, which is where your shoelaces are, or the inside of their foot. So if we look at this person kicking the ball right here, you can see they're kicking the ball with the top of their foot near where their laces would be. You can also kick with the inside of the foot, is also very common, the part that curves in on your foot. If you kick with your toe, you can end up hurting your toe by stubbing it, or sometimes if you kick too hard, some people have even broken their toe from kicking too hard. Goalie. The goalie is the only person who is allowed to use their hands on the field during a soccer game. Their job is to try and stop the ball from going into their own goal. Soccer goalies usually wear special gloves on their hands to protect them and help them to catch or block the ball. Goalies also can use their feet and body to block the ball from going into the goal. If a player passes the ball to them, they can also kick the ball and pass it to other teammates as well. So if we look at this picture over here, we see the soccer player kicking the ball, trying to score into the goal. However, this team has their goalie ready. Goalie has special gloves on, and the goalie is going to try and block the ball from going into the goal. If the ball gets past the goalie, his team would end up getting a point. Throw-in. Sometimes the soccer ball rolls off the field and out of play. On the soccer field are lines which soccer players must try and keep the ball inside the lines. If it rolls off the field, a soccer player must do what's called a throw-in. This is when a soccer player grabs the ball that's rolled off the field. He or she then takes the ball, puts it behind his or her head, and then throws it back onto the field. The rules about throw-ins include: first, you must use both of your hands to hold on to the ball. It must go behind your head, and when you go to throw the ball, you have to keep both of your feet on the ground. If a soccer player breaks a rule doing a throw-in, the referee will either give them another chance, or sometimes the referee gives the ball to the other team. So if we look over here to the picture, we can see the boy is about to do a soccer throw-in. He has both hands on the ball. Right before, he would have had the soccer ball behind his head, and you have to keep both of your feet on the ground when you go to throw it back in. And usually with the throw-in, you want to throw the ball to a teammate so that your team can keep the ball. Scoring. A goal is scored when a soccer player kicks the ball into the other team's goal and gets it past their goalie. The team that gets the most goals during the game is determined the winner of the game. Teams work to try and score more goals than the other team and also try to make it so the other team does not score on them. If we look at the picture here, we can see that the ball was kicked past the goalie and into the net, so that red team ended up getting a point for kicking it past the goalie. Sportsmanship. While playing soccer, it is important to have good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship is when we display a positive attitude and play nicely. Some examples of good sportsmanship include shaking hands at the end of the game, giving compliments, and not cheating. Some examples of bad sportsmanship could include saying mean things, having a negative attitude, cheating, or trying to hurt others. So if we look at this picture right here, we can see that the girls are showing great sportsmanship by shaking hands at the end of the game, usually saying good game. If you give a compliment to someone, like saying, oh, they're a great soccer player or nice pass, or following the rules, those are great ways of showing good sportsmanship. Bad sportsmanship could be like trying to cheat during soccer, or saying hurtful things like, the other person, you're not a very good player, or being mean to other teammates, or just not having a positive attitude and being mean. Please complete the Google form to finish the soccer assignment.